Greetings, flesh creatures. It is I, Megatron. On behalf of TFYLP, I want to congratulate you for listening to the most refined collective podcast on this miserable little planet Earth. Yes. Here you'll find knowledgeable fans discussing every aspect of Transformers and beyond. Now, enjoy the show while I continue my path to complete conquest of all of you miserable biological entities. Predacons, terrorize!
Hi, welcome to TFYLP, episode 529. We are live tonight. It is Monday, May 16th. I'm Lucas. I am joined tonight by Christian.
What up? It's actually Tuesday.
Oh, did I say Monday, Tuesday?
You did.
Whatever. It's Transformers
What is time
Tuesday.
anyway?
What is time? We're normally on Mondays, and yeah, I switched to
Surprise,
Tuesday
it's
since,
Tuesday.
you know, whatever. Anyway, so we also have Sergio.
I'm back.
Yay!
First time,
Yay!
I think, in over a year.
How long has it been?
I think around the time of TFCon Baltimore, maybe.
Okay.
I think so.
Dang,
Something around that
that's a
time.
while. That's a while.
Yeah. I'm also remembered. I'm a slideshow for whatever reason. I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, like on the intro, you mean?
My camera, I look like a slideshow.
Oh, it's okay. So,
It's for your listening pleasure, not viewing. So
You're off, dog.
we also have Rob.
Does it ever weird you out to think that, like, some dude one day said, you know what? We should make a book with every word in it. So it was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then, you know what? Let's also put, like, little dots for where the syllables go. And they said, yeah, cool. And then we'll put, like, a little phonetic pronunciation next to it instead of spelling the word that way. Okay, cool. And then what if we, like, list the definition of every word? They're like, but not only that, but, like, all the other definitions of those words, too. That sounds cool. Yeah, let's do that. And, like, somebody said, yeah, and then let's print it. This book of every word, of everything about every word, and somehow get unanimous agreement on all these definitions, too. That shit keeps me up at night.
Deep
Fake
thoughts
news.
with Rob.
Weird. Oh, hi, I'm Rob.
Oh, I forgot we have Phil too, don't we? I like Phil's not in here.
No.
Oh, and then we also have Nick.
Hey.
Let me figure out where Phil's at here.
I think that's everyone.
Oh, there we go. And Phil.
And then
Oh.
there's Maud.
Yeah, so the chat wants to know who this new kid is. Do we have?
Respect your elders, chat. That's the longest serving member of TFL.
I think so.
What?
Oh, wow.
Is that right?
Actually, out of everybody in this room.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
predates me by
you
like
got
2
Rick.
My room is just me and my cat, so
I'm on before all the rest of you.
Were you? I thought Lucas was after me.
No.
No, Christian was before me.
Yeah, I just had my
Oh.
fifth anniversary back in January.
Has it really been that long? Jeez. I wanna say-
Congrats.
I think like 2016. It had to have been after the last BotCon, I think.
Yeah, I came in 2018.
For
Rob,
the
when
longest
did you
time, I
join?
was the
sometime after Serge, Christian, and Lucas, but before Nick and Phil. Oh, whenever that was.
Lucas, you came in like the fall of 2018 after I did, and we started Microcasters in December.
How do you remember
You
that?
started
I thought you were
Microcasters
on there
in December,
before,
and then I
Rob. I
joined.
didn't realize.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known Duron for forever, but
Right.
Yeah, he never opened
Anyway.
it up. Well, he never
This is
needed
not-
to.
This is not the TFYLP where we talk about how long we've been on TFYLP. This is TFYLP where we talk about
it was.
All right.
Lucas.
Right. We immediately
on
get off
target.
topic.
Stay
Yes.
on target.
So there you go. Well, so Serge, I was wanting to have you on because I was actually trying to have you on last week to
Yeah,
discuss
I got
thoughts on the
The
movie.
staff
and
shirt too.
There you go.
I'm ready.
Got the shirt.
So I guess before we get into the reveals from Transformers Tuesday, Like, what are your thoughts on Rise of the Beast, Surge? Since I think you've been the only one that hasn't discussed it.
I mean, Christian and I have beat this topic more than a dead horse at this point. I mean, I think it looks solid. I'm not expecting, the world here. I think B did kind of spoil us, and I think because B was so much different from everything else, we held it to a higher regard. Not saying that it doesn't deserve to be held to that regard. But I think that also set an unrealistically high bar. And if it is any lower than B, people are going to consider it like as bad as like ROTF or The Last Night is what I think people, I mean, everybody knows how reactionary we are. So I think it's going to be fun. From the things that we've heard. It's like 90% robot screen time. There's a ton of actual robots this time versus like, just background characters or dudes who they threw in there as like an Easter egg for the name. The characters that are in this movie actually look like who they're supposed to. So
sus.
So like, I mean, yeah, give or take, but the majority of them do. So I don't know. I just think it's going to be fun. Like I said, I'm not expecting it to be the best of the series, but I think it's going to be at least enjoyable to watch.
Time will tell.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
you guys have your
like
tickets?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
You don't have your tickets, Nick?
we have ours. We
No.
have
Oh, yeah,
ours,
come
I
on.
think. Yeah, we got
Oh,
ours.
man.
We're going to
No,
Wednesday.
tickets cost money, and I'm not spending money on tickets to something that I don't know
you can
about.
buy all the Transformers, right?
That's right. That money goes towards robots that I'll enjoy. Even if
Phil
I
and
hate
I-
them, I'll enjoy them.
Phil and I are going on Wednesday night to that.
That was
Like,
Thursday
yeah.
night.
no,
Yeah.
there's a preview night. It's on a Wednesday.
I could have sworn we're going on a Thursday night.
Well, we're going something.
Okay.
We're doing
I was gonna
something
say,
like.
I'm
Look,
going on Wednesday night.
You guys could
That's-
go see this movie and be like, "It's great, you gotta go," and then like I'll have to make a real decision about going to see this movie. It's not like
I'm
I
just
won't have
lazy.
folks to go with later if I want to see it later. So
Well, that's the thing is our whole goal is like, if it's good, then we saw a good movie. If it's bad, then we suffer together.
Nick, if you don't go to the movie, how are you going to get the popcorn buckets and cups and stuff?
What if they do an exclusive icy? Like, how would you
Yeah.
preserve that?
How would you preserve the exclusive icy, Nick?
Yeah, they could do like Cybertronian slushy.
I believe
You
they
see
are
Sesium
giving
slushy.
out merchandise for like the opening night.
yeah, if
So,
they're
yeah.
doing buckets
There's
and mugs and
exclusive.
shit, I'll have to go see some other movie and buy the bucket and the mug, I guess.
There are plenty other.
We could go
movies
see
to
Spider Verse.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
Now that's the
Yeah.
thing
You
I'm
could-
excited for.
You could not.
'Cause that'll be
Flash.
good.
That would be a
Huh?
good thing to
Flash.
not see.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I'm kind of uneasy about is that they delayed it by a year, and then they never said what the delay was for. And they finished filming.
Reasons.
They finished filming quite a while ago.
I think it
Yeah.
was stuck in line in post. I thought that's what they said originally. Like it would just COVID had delayed so many things.
Because
where
there was like
other things
one
had to get
article
done.
that came out where someone said that it was an unwatchable mess, but it was another guy who came on a podcast, which who trusts podcasters to begin with.
Right.
Come on. We don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck we're talking
Idiots.
about.
It was one of those like, oh, I know a guy who knows a guy type of things. So it
He
was
tell
like,
me.
you
Tell
know,
me.
it could be true. Who knows? I mean, I guess again, we'll see. We're 2-3 weeks away now. So
If I
it's
had somebody to go see it with, like as an event to hang out and then just shit on it afterwards, like
You can drive 8 hours to go see it with me.
how far
if I
are
could
you
teleport,
from,
I'd be there.
Orson and Duran?
Probably 3 hours.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
like
no.
not like if it was within like 45 minutes or something.
If they were willing to meet you halfway up, but I don't think
That's
they.
fucking middle of nowhere, Kentucky.
Well,
or
that could
Tennessee,
be
like-
fun. Well, the
No,
three of you would be
no,
fine in the
no.
middle of nowhere.
Have you
So-
seen Deliverance? You're fucking safe. You kidding me,
I was
man?
gonna say I could hear the banjo from here.
We could all probably meet in the middle at Asheville.
Asheville's a cool town. We might go there
disagree,
again
but-
this summer. Oh, well, it's fun to visit, at least as a tourist. A lot of dogs everywhere, and there's like a pinball place that we had a lot of fun at.
I'm not into hippies, so
Literally none of that's hippie. Dogs are hippies. Only hippies like dogs. You heard that here first. Christian's first hot
that's
take
the
of the
hot, that's the
night.
hot take.
We did get to see a new TV spot this week, and it showed even more. Which I feel like they're showing a lot. They're showing quite a lot for a movie that's only 2 hours
I
long.
stopped. I've embargoed. Normally, I
Oh,
don't really watch trailers for stuff I know I'm going to see because
Same.
I
Well,
don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah.
I just don't need to. Trailers are advertisements. If I know I'm going, I as well save it.
Stopped. But there was more. There's maybe a new character.
I mean, it's kind of hard to avoid those because you just hop on Facebook and everyone and their mom is posting
Right.
about it.
It's true.
You know, like sure you don't watch the clip, but you know what happens.
Moms love Transformers movies.
They do.
Yeah. I was trying to avoid the newer commercials as well, and then was watching a video on YouTube with my son tonight, and one like came up during one of the ads. I was like, all right,
Skip.
I didn't see
Skip.
that much. Well, they won't
What
even
is-
let you. Like, I don't pay for premium YouTube, so I gotta watch the dang commercials.
And for anyone who doesn't know who Serge is, because it has been a while, like he's our resident person that loves the Bay movies. Like,
Sweet summer child.
I mean, Serge admits them for what they are, right? Like he's not like,
Oh yeah, I'm not. I won't shoot. Try to sell you anything
Yeah.
different.
but he's still just, he's into it and he's all over it, more than anybody else on the cast. Kind of like you said, who's the most into knockoffs? There's a lot of us that like knockoffs very, but it's Anna. Like that's where Serge lives.
Yeah. Who's the most into bot bots? It's me.
Christian's the closest to me, but even
I
then,
am the
it's
closest
not
to you.
like it's not that close. Still a mile away.
If you're at 100%, I'm at like 70%.
That's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it.
Well, let's talk about 70% of these reveals.
Yeah, so
Good-
first
good
up
segue, Rob.
is
We're gonna omit
this-
specific 30% of them.
this new amazing transforming robot from Robosen.
You skipped
Like,
one
I mean,
already,
that's-
man. How did you skip a reveal already?
You don't even have to do
What?
anything yourself.
You skipped the chairs, man.
Oh,
The
the
freaking
chair.
chairs.
So
You
is
get
only
yourself
one
a
of them?
gaming chair?
I think only one of them is Euro exclusive. They said.
All three
I don't
were,
think
but
all
that
of
may not
them
be
are.
true.
The way that the article laid it out, or did they say verbally that they were
They
European?
said
'Cause that's-
verbally that they were all.
Oh.
I didn't see anything else about it.
So
They look
Nitro
in the
gaming
chair.
chairs, Transformers themed, 3 models, and a European exclusive. So, who knows?
They look all right for chairs.
Yeah, I mistakenly bought one years ago, and I regret it. They're really uncomfortable. I would
Oh,
not
really?
buy one. Yeah, I would
Oh
not buy.
no!
Yeah, if you plan on doing a lot of work in it, they're not good for your back.
Wah,
Good
wah.
to know.
Yeah, when I was work from home full time, it was like daily back pains. Like it became a
Ooh.
problem.
Then what the hell's the point of a chair like that? You pay all this money for a gaming chair, and
that's you put the word in front of it and people throw money.
oh my god! It's
Because
supposed
it
to be
absorbs
something you could sit in
gamer
for
sweat.
hours and play video games and not have back pain. If you fuck that up, your chair is worthless.
You could
Maybe
settle
if
for the
that
geek
gamer
cap.
piece-
Jesus
posture.
God!
To make it make sense. If you have
You're
gamer
right.
posture, you don't use the back.
The
So-
problem is they're probably not marketing that chair to older people. They're probably marketing it to the young hip crowd, so the 20-year-olds.
I missed that there's another Robeson thing, so I hit up
Yes.
the Transformers Facebook page. Is it just a new one that's a little smaller?
But here's the thing: it's not new. Robosen has been selling it on their website for the last 6
Yeah,
months
that's
or so?
what I thought. Didn't
Yeah.
they have it at
Hmm.
TFCon?
Yeah, this is the elite one. It's the
Exactly.
smaller one.
So if you didn't want to pay $700 for the big one,
Big
a
one.
year
You can now
ago,
pay $700
wait a
for
year.
a smaller
you
one.
could pay $700 for the smaller one.
But wait, there's more.
There actually
It's been
is
available
more.
for
So
6 months on Robosen.com,
But it
but
hasn't
now
been
you
had.
can pre-order it on Hasbro Pulse for 2 weeks from now and come up with $700 in 2 weeks. Why? Fuck you. That's why.
Well, if you're dropping
Don't lie.
$700 on something, I feel like you're in a pretty good spot.
If you're dropping $700 on a thing like that, you might need some time to, plan for it. 2 weeks.
If you need
is not
to,
enough time.
if you need to plan to spend $700 on a toy, you probably shouldn't be buying a $700 toy.
That's not true. People have toy budgets, man. Like, you can work that out.
Well, sure, but like, I mean,
probably
if
pretty
your
rough.
toy budget is that much, then again, like, I think you should take a step back.
I
What's
feel
really
like
odd
most
to
people
me-
that have toy budgets aren't buying the Roboson Prime.
Yeah, this thing, it's not for us.
No, we've always said that.
It-
What's really
it's-
weird to me is that they have 3 more products coming out very soon, and they didn't.
They
Talk
haven't
about
mentioned a
any
word
of
about
them.
any of them.
Like
Yeah.
one is literally an ad on Facebook right now. I got it right after the show for the non-transforming Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. There's a
Yeah.
Primal, and then there's a transforming Grimlock floating around out there somewhere. It's like,
yeah,
And
we
a
saw
Bumblebee
photos.
is coming down the pipeline too, right?
I don't know about that one, but
Yeah.
maybe. So
Well, because
there's
Dan
3 or
Gilvezan said he
4
recorded
things.
lines for
Well,
one.
What I'm thinking is that it's
Where?
probably like
Why?
a limited license. Like they probably told them you have the license for like 2 years, so they're probably trying to pump out as much as they can. Because I can't imagine these things flying off the shelves. I mean, especially if that Elite one has been available for 6 months and they're just barely pushing it. It's probably like, hey, this isn't moving. Can you push it for us?
Maybe.
Mm.
That could be.
Odd.
'Cause,
In that case, I'll
we-
wait for clearance.
like we joked about it, but we had Paul bring one to our meetup over the winter, and it didn't
Yeah.
work. Like half the time, it didn't work. Like the voice
Aw.
command just didn't work. It
Uh-huh.
can't stand up on its own. Like
Yeah.
when you turn it off, and then you can't have it in truck turned off either because it like droops in the middle.
I'm so glad I have 2 very expensive paperweights in my living room.
Well, the good thing is there's a trailer, a $700 trailer that fits perfectly with this new one, right?
No,
he's
it's only with the
old one.
old one.
Yeah, but the big one.
Yeah.
Oh, the old one you can't get anymore.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Well, don't worry, they're
I
probably
think
gonna make a
maybe they'll
smaller
do a trailer for the new one, yeah.
$700 too.
Oh, there you go. There
So
you go.
Yeah,
We
and this
hate-
is why
there's no
I am
lifetime
done with RoboSen as a product. I'm
Which
done now.
which size of these has the stand that's also $250?
Probably the big one. And I
One
don't
of
think
them,
it's an
'cause that doesn't
official stand.
exist?
I don't even think it's an official stand.
I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it
a-
was because I thought they had it at TFCon.
Oh, I don't
Maybe
know.
not a TFCon, but it's
It
not
might.
a real thing.
But
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
you know, this is one of those things. If I can't have them all, I just won't buy any anymore.
I think
Sorry.
like,
Stop doing
You
it.
blew it.
Not a big loss.
Christian brought this up. I think these things are really for like the tech bros. You know, the dudes who regularly spend hundreds of dollars on the latest and expensive tech YouTubers who got millions of viewers buying this stuff. Like, I know Paul was swearing up and down that this is the future of Transformers. It's not. I promise you that.
Not at this price,
It's
at least.
yeah.
No.
It's just.
No way.
I mean, it's a novelty. Like, how often have you used it after buying it? Probably not a lot. Like, you probably show people when they come over, like, hey, look at this cool thing. And then everybody gets bored after a couple minutes and, you know, can we do something else, please?
I don't know. I'm
I did-
curious, like a product like this, what would your level be of like, you know, going ahead and saying screw it and buying it? Like, if this
If
thing
it was one a year at $700 for the next 10 years, I would buy one a year. If it was one every 6 months at $500 for the next 5 years, I would buy them.
Might buy one at 150.
I have
Just
no
get
interest in
the
it,
big
period.
Jada one. That's
I have the Jada
$50.
one.
BBTS just put it up today on their website. In case you didn't find it on clearance at Target, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. I couldn't find a
There you go.
nice box. That's at
There's your-
Target. They were always smashed.
There's your
Yeah.
Roboson.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is
Probably
my
works better.
person.
It's like
This is my
90% of the
Star Wars.
price. Takes 2 AA batteries. You're good to go. I think the batteries are included. So look at that. You don't even got to spend the $2 on batteries at the dollar store.
Was bizarre. The
But
other
can it do
really
push-ups?
weird part is that they had Sixo on there, and he's like a renowned photographer, and they had him doing like just commentary. I guess he's
I
on
mean-
that podcast, which I didn't know
He,
about.
yeah,
But like,
he has that
he's a
Triple Takeover
renowned photographer. So I was like, oh, they clearly got him to do the product images for the new Roboson stuff or whatever they're revealing today. No, they didn't. I was just like, why would you not?
Well,
use
for
that?
clicks. For clicks. I mean,
Very
that's
strange.
They'll never have us because I have a potty mouth.
They might have me. I'm very friendly.
So
Sorry, guys.
I'm
Podcast.
curious with the reveals. Do you think that they only reveal like Studio Series toys just because there's 86 included with the wave? And they're like, well, we might as well show off the entire wave, so here you go. Or do you think that they're actually legitimately showing off like the regular like movie Studio Series stuff now?
They usually have those other two people do Studio Series stuff. These guys are like legacy guys.
Right.
But I think you probably have some point, and also there's like this movie coming out in 2 weeks. It's like a big deal, so
Well,
they may
that
want to show
too.
some product for it.
Yeah, you know.
And so the product that they did show,
So
I guess we're gonna jump around. They showed Rhinox.
They showed off one core figure. That was it. Just the
Yeah.
Bumblebee.
Just be
Sure.
Well, who
Which
else
is a
is in that
repaint.
assortment then?
Snarl.
Oh, so it's just
Wait,
repack
no,
stuff.
that's legacy. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's weird.
You're weird.
I am weird.
No, you're right. It is kind of weird. It's like they didn't show off a full wave of stuff. They showed off both Voyagers, which are Rhinox and
Yeah.
Megatron.
Gaming Megatron, War for
Gamer
Cybertron
Sweat
Megatron.
Megatron. Gamer Sweat Megatron I thought looked really good. They made a point
Yeah.
about
And only
his
2
paint
deluxes.
being
Is there not a
darker.
third deluxe in that assortment?
It
Third
should
or
be
fourth?
3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Braun
deluxes
and
were
Cliff Jumper.
Braun and Cliff.
Huh.
Who else is supposed to be in there? I wouldn't be surprised if they're repacking like Air Razor because the movie's actually coming out now, or I don't know, whoever.
What are the pre-orders for this stuff listed as coming out?
Soon.
They did not put up pre-orders, so we don't know.
Soon, but not today.
Because
they
I mean, the only
said.
thing I can think of is SDCC is like a month and some change away, so maybe they saved a couple for that. But I don't remember if they did anything last year. I don't even think there was an SDCC last year, was there? COVID years mixed me up.
There was an SDCC last year. Hasbro did not really have exclusives. They just had a code that you scanned and you'd buy the things online. If you remember, it was the Mindbender. I don't remember what the Transformer thing was.
Paul says Mirage and Nightbird. So, of course, obviously, we should know all
There
the
you
case
go.
assortments at this point. So,
Well, what about the cores, Paul? What do you got for core?
he
said Frenzy and... Oh, go ahead. You go.
Yeah. Frenzy and 2 unrevealed Revenge of the Beast.
It's not Frenzy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why.
There's no
Because the
core
movie's
class
not out
Frenzy,
yet. That's
Paul.
why
As
they
much as
haven't
you
put
want
them.
that to be real, that's not a thing.
Frumble?
It's Freezer.
Oh.
Oh, it could be the other Frenzy. Paul, I may have spoken too soon. It could be the G1 Frenzy.
Freezer?
Makes sense.
He's got this
What about
theory
Goku?
that Freezer is actually Frenzy from the movie. And he keeps bugging me about it. It's not true. It's not real.
What about all those
I thought Braun
Scorponauts?
looked really good. I've heard a lot of people say he looks terrible, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's not better than the Titan
Well,
from Jordan." No,
How many of those are
he's
just
neat.
people looking at the mistransformed on purpose photo to make it
Oh, wait,
look
everybody
like
knows
it's
that's a joke.
I saw someone say it seriously earlier.
I thought it was really clever that they did that.
I thought it was
Yeah,
funny.
it's funny.
The G1 toy is ridiculous.
Trash.
That was
Absolute
really
trash.
I think he looks nice, and I think they nailed the color pretty well. I mean, they were mentioning that his color in the source material in the movie and in the show, it kind of varies from shot to shot, episode to episode. But like,
Yeah.
I thought the toy looked neat. He looks good. I could have used the drill attachment, but that didn't appear in the movie, and this is a movie thing, so whatever. But like, I would have liked it. That's it. Otherwise, he looks good.
I was a little surprised. Like, he looks a little too Generation Z for Studio Series, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, I'm excited for him. I'm just saying, like, I was a little surprised that they didn't go more that way with the design, considering Studio Series.
He was probably just where can we most easily plug this guy into a wave? Because he could fit into either one. Lucas, you're absolutely right.
Yep. I think on the tail ends of these lines, there's some shuffling that happens. You know, when they're like, well, we don't know how long the legacy or what have you will go for, so we've got designs lined up, and we'll either slot them in here or we'll slot them in the Studio Series 86.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Well, and
I
they
think we had
mentioned on
that
the
during
stream-
Kingdom too.
They mentioned on the stream too that if you had a second of, footage of the movie, the 86 movie, that you may possibly get a toy.
Yeah, that's what me and Christian were talking about. It's like, as long as like your foot is on screen, it's like, yep, well, he was in there.
You made it, man.
I mean, we're getting the leader snarl.
Yeah.
Well, they could not finish that set.
Sure, they
Right.
could.
Oh, they could.
Stop
Maybe
it.
they don't finish.
Stop it. Stop it.
So is that
This
mean we're going to
was-
get each Junkion?
This was 15 years ago. They wouldn't have.
Do people really think that the Legends or Titans Return one looks better than the new Braun?
Yes, I saw that a bunch today.
That happens every time a new one.
Are
is
you
released.
blind?
What's
Like,
the people who they don't want to drop another $25, so they're like, well, I spent $10 on
don't.
this 10 years ago.
Just
It's
fucking
much
don't.
better.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna
Like-
make themselves feel better about it.
Like I mean, I'm not big on modern Hasbro stuff, but come on, it's obviously
No,
like
it's just it's the cycle. You should know the cycle by now. They show it, you hate it.
you buy
Everybody
it.
buys it. It's the greatest thing ever. By the time you decide to buy it, it's gone. So now you're crying that there's
You
scalpers
ask
and
for
Hasbro.
fams, and then
You ask for the bro
That's
stuff.
starts again.
Then you message Nick on eBay and ask if you can have it.
If he has thing truck.
If he could have Theme Truck for 50% off the price and pay you next month.
I actually have to show up at Nick's retail location to do that now,
Oh God.
or at least.
Well, he
call.
hasn't posted about any stories about it in person. I'm sure he has some, but eBay is much more of a wild west when it comes to the theme trucks.
I have
Dude,
to
they can't even
behave
find
myself a
anything.
little more now. I can't be sharing all these stories. I have to
Someone came
pretend that I
into the
like the public.
Yeah, I think one thing a lot of people too forget, like even if there was an old version that was just as good or better, because I do think with a lot of this wave, like especially like the War for Cybertron stuff, I'm like, I kind of think you did it just as good or better already. Like some of it may be you may like one or the other, but I don't really feel like there's a big win there. But it's still like, if you're wanting it today, not everybody wants to buy everything used that was a decade-old toy off of eBay.
And,
Like,
and even
getting
the,
new ones out there for people to get on the shelf is a good thing.
and the
for
old
popular
stuff
characters.
doesn't necessarily lose value when the new stuff comes out too. It's not always the case because there's still a ton of people who hold on to the older ones or they want to go back.
The more they do this, though, the more it's going to turn into the Star Wars model, where only the best version of the figure, the widely accepted best version by the fandom, is the one that's worth anything, and all the others are $5. The more they do characters
I
over
think
and
that's-
over,
if
that's
you're
what we're gonna
buying
get. And
mainline
we're rapidly
Hasbro-
approaching that.
If you're buying mainline Hasbro as an investment, you're fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
I
Like,
think
Sure, but
Like,
like
I spent $20
the
on this
old hard
toy.
and fast
A decade
rule
later,
of
it's only
I
worth
mean-
15. Who gives a shit?
How,
For a decade.
how
Hard
dare
fast and throw
they,
it away. If I hold on to
sir?
this for a little while, it'll be worth a little more, or at least I won't lose money.
Lose money. It's a hobby.
Come on.
You
Yeah,
enjoy
well,
the toy
I
for a
think-
decade.
I think
You could throw it away.
Uh,
You got your money out
How
of it.
dare Hasbro re-release a figure after like 10 years? I mean, ridiculous.
Hey man, if it were up to me, all this stuff would be available all the time and never go out of production. I don't care that anything's worth anything ever.
I do think
I'm
there's
a
still a large
psychopath.
population of people who go back to buy specific older lines. Like Christian's doing Cybertron. I do the old movie stuff. I'm sure there's people out there
There's
who,
definitely
I mean, look at the Armada stuff. There's new Armada stuff coming out, but Armada nowadays is like really expensive. I remember when I first started collecting, I was able to buy stuff for pennies on the dollar, like $5 bins, and you were to get a bunch of the larger guys. And now it's like all the leader classes are at least $100. Deluxes are reaching $40-$50. So that might not be the case for all of them. And I think it's a
Actually think-
cycle.
I think them peppering in stuff from like Armada or whatever actually increases the value of the old ones. Just because, it fires that off like, oh, yeah. And then like, oh, I want some more from this. I remember that cartoon, whatever. So like, oh, they only made like 2 figures in the past 5 years from Unicron Trilogy or whatever, right? So you go back and you buy the old shit. And now there's more people nostalgic for the old shit.
like Nick said, it's a cycle with the more that they make. Like, they make 10 New Hope Lukes. Then the latest one is going to be the best one. Whereas you make 10 new G1 Primes, not all of them are going to retain the same value. I mean, look at a lot of the Titans Return stuff I've been seeing people dumping for dirt cheap.
Yeah, I don't feel with Transformers that the latest is always the greatest. in all things.
No.
Like I think for G1 stuff, like, you know, for so long they were just like homages, or like we threw a name and it's the same basic shape, right?
Yeah.
You know, now where it's like more and more, it's like redo the G1 toy but articulation and shut up. Make it, you know, it's all cartoon.
And there's still a market, I think, for some of the more wackier stuff. I mean, especially the BotCon stuff. Like, sure, we have toys that are objectively better.
No.
But like, there's, I mean, a lot of the old BotCon stuff is starting to creep back up.
But then, like, if you look at the new Megatron, Armada Megatron that's coming out, like, I would rather have the vintage. You know, like, I'm not saying the new one's necessarily bad or anything, but I think the, you know, vintage Armada toy is still like, he's a big, beefy, chunky boy. Like, don't make big, beefy, chunky boys for the most part anymore. You know, everything is a lot smaller, a lot taller. It's
the
very
Combiner
different.
Wars version of that Armada Megatron is the best version, right?
I love that toy. I don't care. I love that figure.
I didn't think it was terrible.
No, I love the Combiner Wars one.
All right. The new will be better.
It wasn't the worst toy in that selection back then. So
my sentiment with the two new mini bot reveals of Beachcomber and Brawn, I'm not as enamored with them as I was with some of the earlier toys. Now, granted, some of the earlier toys, like Pipes, we hadn't gotten a really good G1-esque Pipes in like forever, probably since G1. Whereas, Beachcomber and Brawn, we had gotten them in Titans Returns or Power of the Primes, whichever one they came out in. And they're not
one in each.
They're not bad. I think these are better, but it's the amount of improvement is not as noticeable as with some other.
Yeah, I think we're getting to the point where they're becoming just so accurate and like just so good that like the previous gen was like you said, the improvement. It's not like a leap, like going from the old classics to today. It's like this was only made a year ago.
I guess this might be better. Maybe.
I don't know. The new Brawn is going to be miles better than that. You know, the whatever Titans Return toy. Like that thing didn't have articulation like this is going to have. Like it didn't.
They both will have feet.
Right.
Their previous versions did not have feet.
I feel like the Beachcomber is a less of an upgrade or whatever, but than the Brawn is.
Right now.
Kind of looks like they just blew up the other one.
He has a parrot. That's automatically better.
He and Shipwreck are just going to hang out together.
I don't know what that is.
The Snake guy and Army guy and the Snake Terrorist.
Oh, it's an Army guy from Army Guys vs. Snake Terrorist. Okay, cool.
But technically he's a Navy guy, if you want to be specific.
Troll.
Oh, he's a Navy guy? Oh, there's a third faction?
You troll.
Well, he's part of the Army guys, but it would
he's on loan from the Navy. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the
Navy.
You can.
Oh, Nick, you know this. What's the Venture Brothers character that's a parody of Shipwreck? What's his name?
Oh,
I can picture him.
What any of this is.
Shore Leave.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. Who else did they show? Okay. They showed
Rhinox?
Freaking Rhinox from Rise of the Bests, and I think that thing looks awful.
Oh,
it's so bad.
Yeah, it
looks like it looks like a Last Night toy reject. Like it's so terrible. What if we make it all silver, gray? I mean, aesthetically at least. You know, I didn't.
Yeah, the paint is a real problem.
The paint is terrible. The Rhino mode is horrible.
Good.
Wait. Oh no, I see. The one that they're already reviewing is the movie line one, not the studio series one.
No, the mainline one looks way better.
Mainline looks okay.
And the colors look a lot more accurate.
I thought.
Oh, these are two different ones.
To be screen
yeah.
I
guess maybe he'll look. I don't know.
So
yeah, because the mainline one that's hitting shelves right now sort of looks like, we'll kind of take a movie aesthetic and apply it to Beast Wars Rhinox. Whereas
which is what their CGI models kind of look like, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I haven't seen Rhinox is the one I've probably seen the least of what he looks like, especially in bot mode. So I don't know. My assumption is going to be that he's going to look more like the Studio Series toy on screen.
Guess we'll see. We've only seen him in Rhino mode, but the Rhino mode doesn't look good. It's definitely, it's weird. It's really weird. This whole Rise of the Beast line has been odd. I don't get any of the decisions that are being made. I don't understand it. It's really weird.
Well, Serge, if you had been here in previous episodes over the last 2 years, you would have heard us discuss that this is probably due to the delay of the movie, that we're getting the mainline figures that probably were going to come out when the movie was originally going to come out, which don't necessarily match the aesthetic of the movie. And we're getting the figures that actually, this is what it really does look like they did with Bumblebee.
Well, but why?
Being delayed like 2 years, they're coming out
because they already made them.
But why wouldn't they look like how they're supposed to look in the movie? This isn't 07 anymore, where Bay sent them the files like 6 months before the movie came out.
I mean,
it's
still the same thing.
They have a rough idea of what it should look like, and then they both go do their stuff because it takes so long in production. And then, by the time they're done, it's like, oh, well.
It is weird. But that Rhinox, the Studio Series one looks bad.
Yeah. Not good.
His wave mate, though. Oh, sorry, go.
I was just saying, I like his hammer with the spikes on it. It's just it does have a last night sort of look to it, but I don't know. To me, it's more visually interesting than the mainline Rhinox is.
Fair.
And it's not like silver and brown are not the most dynamic colors, but it is more visually interesting than the kind of grayish green that the mainline one is.
So which color is the Studio Series going to have? Because there's the promotional images that have like a lot more
like gray,
brown, but the one they showed off is almost all gray and silver.
Maybe what they showed was a hand-painted early sample or something like that.
They did that for the last stream. I'm going to break in here because this happened today or yesterday. We finally got finalized colors on the Nemesis Leo Convoy. Nemesis Leo Prime, I guess he is here. But when they first showed that off, it had like a bronze mane and several bronze brown pieces throughout the body, like on the chest and the knees. And final samples shown by Mark on Instagram over the weekend or yesterday. It's black. It's like normal Nemesis colors. It looks like Dark Amber Leo Convoy from Masterpiece. So I'm good. I
have a short sad Leo Convoy story.
Yeah.
Unrelated to anything. Last night I decided to get the Masterpiece down and transform it.
Oh.
And broke his hand.
No!
Like the wrist is held on with just like a little piece of plastic, like that's on the stump of the arm, like kind of comes up and holds in the wrist. And one of them just kind of, So I'll jury rig something.
I thought looked really terrible. So to see that was not really a thing, made me happy. Looks nice.
Sounds terrible.
I'm going to buy it and pretend it doesn't exist.
What are you trying to make him do with his wrist there, Rob?
Transform. Because that's how he transforms.
Okay.
So Rhinox's wave mate. Well, the reason I was talking about Nemesis Lio Convoy is that this Rhinox may not be in final colors, even though it's close, just like the Nemesis Lio was.
I see.
Yeah, I think the way that Studio Series is coming out, this is probably going to be like the August wave.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it's interesting that they don't even have final samples for that wave yet.
Yeah, so it could just be bad Photoshop or hand painted stuff
or whatever. But his wave mate is Gamer Edition Megatron from War for Cybertron. Looks very good.
Fantastic.
They made a point about his paint reflecting how he looks in the game versus the model because of the lighting in the game, which is kind of cool. If you remember, the one of 2010 was like really bright white colored, kind of off-white gray. This is like the darker gray that he actually looks like with the lighting, which is something I really wish they would have done with all the live action characters, because particularly with the Revenge of the Fallen characters, that teal blue thing, it's not a good lighting thing to do, but that's what they looked like, and the toys don't look like that because they just look like the models.
Don't give them ideas for more repaints. We don't need more repaints.
I don't want them repainted. I just want them to have done it right the first time. That's how you end up with like orange Bumblebee instead of
I think a lot of you and I concluded that a lot of the movie colors are based off of the production model colors.
Yep.
So
which doesn't have the lighting applied.
Yeah, like Bumblebee's the production Camaro yellow. Jolt is the production color. And with the games, I think they could have some more leeway. Yep. But Megatron, I mean, he looks like they basically just took the old one and blew it up, which is what they should have done from the get-go. I find
What's it called? Gamer.
I think it's weird that he can still do like the arm thing, even though he was like one of the only ones who couldn't. But whatever. No, well, his fusion cannon didn't. I think if you picked up other stuff and if you picked up other weapons, yeah, he could. So
that's one of the War for Cybertron figures I'm the most excited for. That to me, this one feels like the biggest upgrade for the War for Cybertron toys from what we've seen.
I don't know that the Optimus in hand
Optimus
is
pretty good.
Wow.
Real good. So you have Optimus in hand?
I do.
Yeah.
And you like it?
I like him a lot. I haven't transformed yet. I've only been messing with him in robot mode.
I'm teasing. I'm sorry.
Well, isn't that cute? But it's wrong.
No, I have not spoken to anyone who's had it in person yet, and that is something I wanted to hear because I am on the fence
about it earlier.
What?
You talked to me
Christian
about it
has
earlier.
I remember seeing that.
Phil doesn't value your opinion, Christian.
Oh.
Did you? Maybe you had it, but hadn't opened it when I spoke to you.
No, he's had it for like
he's had
2
it.
weeks.
I've had it for like 3 weeks. I talked to you about it earlier today.
Oh, you did say today that it was good. I didn't realize you had it at this point. Okay.
Bro,
the
picture wasn't
You gotta
enough.
cut us some slack here, Christian. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's way better than the original one.
The Megatron makes me.
Which original one? There were two previous ones.
10 one?
One's from one
The
game,
only
one's from the
other
other
War for
game.
Cybertron.
Oh, I
Uh-huh.
smush them together. I don't even try to.
Oh, the second
Come
one.
on, keep it together. You have to
I am
know
keeping
all
it
the
together.
things
I
at
just
all
told you, I
times.
shoved them together
Don't do that.
till all are
They're
one.
like-
Okay,
It's like
all are
Ratchet
one.
and Megatron just shoved together.
Helps.
What else did they show? Did they show a leader? No. Because the leader for
No.
that wave is Snarl.
They showed Cliff Jumper, which looks exactly what we all thought was going to look like.
A red bumblebee.
Red Bumblebee,
Red Bobby.
with the horn head.
Yeah, Transformers Prime Head.
The Hornhead was a little bit surprising. I mean, I figured they would, but like, nice to see.
Yeah, I think the original just had a straight up Bumblebee head.
You've come a long way, baby.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
I don't remember.
The original what?
They did this figure before in 2010.
Right, they did, but I thought he had a cliff jumper head,
He did.
like a G1 style cliff jumper head.
He did.
Now I need to look it up.
So he had a
It was
different
more
head than
size appropriate for
Bumblebee.
the body because Bumblebee's head was like huge on that body,
Right.
and Cliff was like
but
normal.
There we go. It was a G1 style Cliff Jumper head, not the horns though, not the game accurate horns.
Only somebody had just said that for like the past 2 minutes.
I thought that we was saying that it had the horns.
But they
Yeah,
said
I
on the
was
stream you
confused
couldn't
somewhere.
really tell the head anyway because it was on the DS game, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's where he appeared in War for Cybertron.
Yeah.
deep cut.
And then they showed off a real surprise, an Optimus Prime toy.
Whoa!
Did not
Yeah.
see that one coming.
So
What?
this one's actually really interesting for a couple of reasons. One, it's a Target exclusive, which is weird for like
Yeah,
a
which is
mainline
odd.
studio
That's
series
weird.
to be.
Because
That's
it's coming
okay.
out. Isn't it coming out in Buzzworthy too? TFW
Yeah,
had it labeled under Buzzworthy.
That's where.
So
it's
yeah,
coming
it'll
from.
get a mainline release later. That's all.
Maybe. I mean, probably, but the
Yeah,
other
because they
interesting
did
thing is
that with
it-
ROTFB, where he got a Buzzworthy release first.
Yeah. The other interesting thing is that he uses tooling from SS-38, the Bumblebee movie, Voyager Optimus. It has the windshield and the tires from that figure. Everything else is new.
And I think the
That's so
abs
weird.
too. The abs looked very similar. Or the abs are new.
The abs are new. They said it.
Yeah.
They said every piece on this except the windshield and tires are new, which is like,
Which at that point is that even a remold? It's just
Right.
brand
But
new.
he
It's
keeps
like
the
it's
same
just-
engineering from the looks of it.
Yeah,
it is definitely the same engineering, which is why it
Yeah.
ends up being a
I
retool.
think it's like Combiner Wars, where it's like the same transformation.
Everything is
scheme.
Silverbolt.
Yeah, to save on money.
Your mom is Silverbolt. All
But
of
It's
it,
their stage name.
It looks good though. The only thing I don't like is the comically large smokestacks. But whatever. But he does look good. I mean that 38 mold was fun. So I can imagine that this one being equally as fun.
I really like the proportions on this one. Looks less kind of squat. than-
Yeah, 38 was very condensed. He had a short
Yeah.
torso. And I'm wondering if maybe the smokestacks kind of help with that illusion of making him look not as squished. But he also, I think, has larger. I swear to God, it looks like the feet or the shins look a little longer, but I'm
I
probably
think
just
they are a little bit.
yeah. But
I'm sure we'll get in hand soon enough. But
yeah,
I think he really
looks good. Most of the Rise of the Beast studio series has looked really good so far, except for Rhinox.
Except for Rhinox.
38 had weird feet too. He had very squat little toes.
Yeah. Yeah, the transformation for the feet was not fun.
Not terrible, but this will be better.
Well, I guess on the topic of 38, this was another stream, but they did get a leak, or I don't know if it's official now, but they're making a repaint of the 38 Prime into Nemesis Prime, Japan exclusive.
Oh yes.
They're also doing Burning Convoy out of Kingdom Primal. I believe
Cherry
in order
flavored
to
monkey.
get them, you have to buy tickets in Japan, but I think Burning Convoy is going to be available separately.
That's
I
also
can't
correct.
imagine Nemesis being too hard either. If it exists, there's a way.
I am certain that these will be available. Is this it's a lost in ticket thing. Oh.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
you have to buy tickets to the movie.
I'm
If you buy
sure
starting June 1st, you get Nemesis Prime. By July 1st,
you might
get
have to cough up
Burning
some
Convoy.
cash, but I'm sure you'll be able to get one if you really wanted to.
Just stay aware.
Yeah, they don't ship until January, right? I think
That's what it said.
you said.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if Pulse won't do some sort of,
I'm gonna say
limited
no.
availability or whatever the hell.
Yeah, maybe. I can't
They-
recall of
maybe-
any recent Japanese stuff that they haven't done.
They haven't done that with, Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
Plasma
unusual
Blaster.
for this to stay exclusive to Japan at this point.
I think
Especially
campaign
because-
stuff is different.
Who
Yeah.
doesn't want a cherry flavored monkey?
But Christian pointed out though that the
He's
giveaway
gorgeous.
Target Master goes with Primal. I don't know if that's
Oh.
official, but I mean it looks, judging just off of that they're both translucent red,
Uh-huh.
probably going to go together.
Gonna need a gun for my
I'm
cherry
gonna
flavored
put them
monkey.
together. I already have the gun because I'm that guy.
Did you get the gun?
I have mine
Nice.
too.
Oh God.
Yeah, I didn't pay. Well, Christian though
Catch
jumped
up,
the
right?
gun. Christian
did.
jumped the gun and spent a ton of money on it. I got mine through another proxy that I know, and I only paid like 2,100 yen for mine. So I came out as the winner.
1,800 yen for mine, and then I had to pay
$30 fee.
processing and shipping. I was just using Bai for the first time, and I ended up buying other stuff to make that fee worth it. So it worked out in the end.
Mm.
Anyway, so yeah, those got revealed just a couple hours ago.
I'm gonna need those.
Neat. Like Serge said, it is weird that 38 is the repaint for Nemesis Prime and not like the new mold. But
Well, PF pointed out, I think 38 is getting a re-release in Buzzworthy. So I mean, I guess it makes sense that they're rerunning Buzzworthy since they're already running the Nemesis. But
I don't know that it's getting released in Buzzworthy. It just got reissued normally. You can order on Pulse.
oh, did it? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't keep up with a lot of these things. I already have it. There's no need for me to.
They
get a
reran
reissue.
that and Siege Prime.
Oh, cool. I'm sure the people were lining out the door for a Siege
Maybe,
Prime.
apparently. I don't know. Next, we had some pipeline reveals.
Yee.
Which is stuff we had on leak lists for a while, but good to see them. We had Bombshell. Which is very good.
Mhm.
I like
That's
Bombshell.
exciting.
We had somebody
Exodus.
else. Oh, Strong Arm from Robots in Disguise.
That's exciting.
That
I'm
was
very
should be
excited for that.
exciting. That's,
Should be
that's-
good.
That's good to see.
Interesting. It's a left
That's been
field.
one people have been clamoring for a while now.
Detritus, which is obviously the pre-tool for the G1 Hound
Hound.
tool,
Yee.
which
It's
has
nice
been
to
lost for a
finally get
while. We
that,
saw
though.
that back in October, but it wasn't announced, and that's a buzzworthy thing. Where is it? Probably somewhere soon in the fall. I don't know.
Have we gotten a detritus like before?
Detritus existed as an e-hobby repaint around 2004.
Okay.
So only a
also made
G1
an
version, no
appearance.
like chug version.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Made
the
an
first
appearance
and
in
only release.
2019 in the role-playing card game thing.
Yeah, it was in the card game. I know.
You know what
But he
surprises
has never
me is
been
that
released in America.
like there was like a lot of third party wars around a Hound. No one ever did a detritus repaint, which was
I mean, I
odd.
don't think most people were, really.
They repaint them
clamoring
into
for one.
everything else, So
Right.
it's
Just
surprising.
like
Yeah.
it's a convention exclusive or something like that.
Just isn't anything.
Nick or Rob, is Detritus the last of the new eHobby characters to get a new figure?
Overcharge hasn't had a new figure.
You're right. Oh, and the Cobalt Sentries.
Right.
And
No,
half
Cobalt
the
Sentries
Cobalts.
Cobalt Sentries had figures in the Bumblebee movie line as a Target exclusive.
Just Halbach, not Garboil.
Right.
So Garboil and Overcharge.
Yeah.
Still pretty close.
I mean, I bet some of those mini bots haven't been repainted either.
Yeah, about half the mini bots.
Yeah, that was probably quite a bit. The more we talk, the more it's like, oh yeah, there's that and that and that.
But still, we got Crosscut and Road Rage and Deep Cover and Tiger Track and Hauler and
Sunstorm.
Sunstorm.
Kind
It's
of.
funny how
Not recently, but
it's funny how common some of those are now.
yeah.
Like they were pretty obscure, random, just a way to make a repaint. And now it's like, well,
Yeah,
where
before
is
it's like, holy shit, a Tigertron. Now it's like, oh shit, a Tigertron. Or a Tiger Tracks.
it? Yeah.
Anyway, I think Overcharge will probably come out. The cassettes I have less faith in because they just don't want to give me all the cassettes. I'm not gonna
Or
do
any
that.
small
I'm not
team.
gonna- Or any small team. The GoBots I think we'll eventually get. Anyway, Shadow Striker from Cyberverse was next.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know
what that
anything
was.
about that character, so somebody fill me in here.
Ooh, she's from Cyberverse. Basically, she's a Decepticon car that gets blown up a bunch of times and battles with the Autobots and gets like Frankenstein back together.
Oh, okay.
So
It's just a
she's
flesh wound.
Sort of Waspinator style then, huh?
Actually, I would say more akin to like Guardians of the Galaxy Nebula.
Oh,
where
all
she's
right.
been
Yeah.
like taken apart, putting back together, and like kind of hates the Autobots because she is this kind of monster now.
Mm-hmm.
Popular
Interesting.
speculation is that she's a Junkion style because she can do that. That's like her ability.
That would make some sense, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
So she has
Voyagers?
nothing to do with the old BotCon, Roulette, and Shadow Striker names?
No.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Maybe the namesake, but that's probably it.
she pulls her Bumblebee rivalry from Revenge of the Fallen 2-pack of Legends of Bumblebee and Shadow Striker, who is a repaint of Universe Wheelie. That color scheme was based on sort of the BotCon Shadow Striker.
So maybe.
So
So you're
It's
Sort
saying
of
it's like-
once removed.
it's like
If you do a pretty good
twice
stretch.
but yes, in a sort of way, kind of.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
And she uses Night Racer's gun.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Fun.
In Voyagers, we have Bludgeon, who's based on a film design, repainting as Tarn, repainting from Tarn.
Yeah.
Fun.
That looks pretty good.
I'm
Things
excited for
look
that.
good.
I'm gonna need to see that in person. Like
Yeah,
I think I have all the Bludgeon toys at this point. I mean, because there's not a ton of them, right? But they're always like weird tank repaints.
Well, you got to
right?
post them on
Oh,
the character collections group, and
Yeah.
you'll get
That's
told
true.
if you're missing one.
We'll
We'll
by
make it known.
myself.
You'll
By
make it
myself.
known.
The prototype images for that one came out a couple weeks ago. No head
Sort of.
images. 'cause
Oh,
it's
that's
not-
right. That's right. He was headless. That's right.
And everyone was like, "Oh, this looks terrible. The colors are awful." And I'm like,
The
"You guys
test
have
shot.
seen a prototype before, right? You know it doesn't have decor. You know those aren't final plastic colors, right?"
No, I've seen
Right?
I've
Someone
seen
could get
people
that.
like think that the gray models were like the photo. Like, why is it gray?
Why is it
Fuck.
gray? Like, because it's not.
Oh, we have. Oh wait, never mind.
They're making a
Right.
painting. You're $25, and I got to paint it myself now.
Similar story for the other Voyager, who's a Junkion called Trash Master, which is an awesome
Okay,
name. They didn't
Voyager,
show any
yeah.
images. But again, it was another prototype that came out around the same time.
If it's a Voyager,
purple
it's a
and
garbage
green,
truck,
looks
and it's a
terrible.
Junkion, it's clearly getting repainted into animated Wreck-Gar, right?
Probably.
Maybe.
So anyway, it's like those aren't the real colors, but Bludgeon and Trash Master are coming. They'll be cool. And then the other pipeline reveal, which is obvious but nice to confirm, Prime Dreadwing from
Oh.
Skyquake, obviously.
They didn't. That's not listed here. That's
Who
exciting.
would have thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to know. I mean, obviously it was coming, right? But again, nice to know.
You can't say that
Also,
anymore.
the G1 one's coming.
And I think
Too
we
many-
did. I
many
think we
times.
said earlier in the show, but They also said Core Snarl is coming to finish your Volcanicus.
Which is another no-brainer.
Yeah, when's Monstructor, guys?
He's the last one, right?
Yes,
he's the last one. I think
and it was amusing that
will be
in the live
Dino
stream
King
they
first, and will come out around Deathsaurus. So into the year. Kind of like Galaxy Shuttle came out in support of Victory Saber.
Oh. I mean, came out.
Yeah.
They put like 2 on a shelf in Wisconsin somewhere. And told everybody else to go fuck themselves.
Hey, Pulse had plenty.
Well, Wisconsin's it's a good one. Derek-Con had
it sold out super quick on Pulse, Christian.
Yeah.
Well, for at least 15 minutes.
Hey,
I got mine. That's all that matters.
At least Walmart.com shipped me my order, so
well, that's a step in the right direction.
Walmart something right.
So you can take the orders, but you can't fill the orders.
You might get something else.
Those are the
equal value.
The two parts of the new Amazon program, which is like IDW inspired pre-war. They did Minor Megatron and Senator Ratbat, which we kind of seen. We saw most of them yesterday. And then Senator Shockwave and Orion packs. Those are the two.
I'm surprised those were top secret for as long as they were. I'm surprised
also
those didn't
a pocket reveal of Nova Prime.
I'm excited for that one.
So I think Shockwave and Orion look horrible.
I think Shockwave looks great. I think the Orion, I'm not sold on the Orion. I want to see him in hand.
If anything, I would get the Orion out of the two. Like, why is Shockwave a baby blue? He looks like Ultra Magnus as a player.
That's what I was in the comic.
Ultra Magnus.
That's the point.
Was it? It's been too long.
They mentioned on the stream that he was like 5 different colors.
Yeah.
And so this, like, the last appearance was these colors.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Not good.
Oh, so I'm excited for that. I am less excited for the Orion because it's like a half measure of what I want it to be.
Yeah.
It's not.
He never looked like that.
Yeah.
He kind of has that chest in the game.
The 3 questions.
A little bit.
Right.
But
Optimus, and that's what I really want is a 3 questions Optimus.
I like when he's small and he's a data clerk. Like, that's not that continuity that you're pulling from. That's War Within. This is not. You explicitly said, and by including these senators, you're like, this is IDW.
And he needed to be 3 questions Optimus.
He's a big cop guy.
I mean, is that a repaint of something? It looks like it's like
it's
Hound.
It's a retool of Siege Hound.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Weird choice.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Choice.
So I wish they would have had some other appropriate Voyager to make him be, 3 questions Optimus, because then I would have lost my shit. That's all I want, man.
Well, didn't they say that they're going to release another IDW like Optimus later down the road? They kind of
sort of hinted at that, yeah.
Yeah, they hinted at that.
That would be nice.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to buy any of these, but others. I thought the Minor and Ratbat, Minor Megatron and Ratbat looked pretty good. I mean,
today
the Ratbat is pretty sick. I'm going to have a hard time. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm going to have a hard time picking between the Generations Ratbat and the
the Generations one is so good.
I don't like either of them. But I don't care about Ratbat in that body. I just don't.
He needs to be lording over a car wash of doom. That's my Ratbat.
I am splitting that set with Anna. I'm keeping Megatron. She's taking Ratbat, so it's all good. But today the prices on Amazon are swapped. The Voyagers are $54.99, and the Orion and Shockwave are
so get that while you can before Bezos
flip them.
wakes up.
Yeah. And remember, they have the pre-order price guarantee, so they theoretically have to honor it, or they'll just cancel them all and tell us to go screw.
That's what I would do.
Give it a try. Give it a shot.
Yeah, 55 for 2 Voyagers. That doesn't seem correct.
It is not correct. And the pocket reveal Nova Prime, it looks to me like it's from the Siege or Kingdom Magnus mold, whichever.
Probably.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
Also, Nacelle is attached to this somehow. Or it's a separate Amazon exclusive, though they don't really do separate things.
Well, they mentioned that at SCCC that there's going to have more reveals, right?
Mm-hmm.
For these sets. So
So we'll see him soon enough.
Yeah, the first set ships on my birthday. It's like when it's scheduled to arrive, and then the second one is like August 1st or something. So I guess those two would take us through to San Diego theoretically, because it'll be the in between the two sets, and they could reveal more stuff and put more up for order. Then that would make sense timing wise.
Remember last year with the records, they kind of just shipped surprise whenever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's here now.
We'll see.
Rhyme, reason, we don't deal in that.
That was a hard month. We had a normal retail wave, we had Wrecker shipping, and we had Velocitron shipping. That was a hard August last year, September.
What a great month!
I still haven't
not buy
recovered.
G1.
I'm still behind.
Weird time that was.
I'm more excited for this wave than I was for the record set last year.
Yep.
Oh, you mean
disagree
you
with that.
weren't over the moon over the paper cardboard little hammer?
I think it's pretty neat. It has a good shelf presence.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Yeah.
And it's
I never
higher
actually
quality
got
than that
full
Teletrain they
record
did.
I never opened the whole set. Too many of them were uninteresting repaints, like the bulkhead. I have a bulkhead.
Yeah. Bulkhead's
I don't
the
need another
best
bulkhead.
repaint of all of them.
I
know.
The Springer's the
I
best
know.
repaint. If he had the Autobot symbol, if I put a Repro Labels Autobot on him to make him look like the G1 toy.
How do you get this so backwards?
Which one did you say, Phil?
Springer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should have had the Autobot logo,
He should
and
have,
then
but-
the other release should have had the Wrecker logo. But
Here we are.
Here we are.
Thank God for Repro Labels.
I still think it's weird how you guys pronounce that.
What?
Repro labels.
Repro. It's a
what you
reproduction,
prefer?
not a reproduction.
Well, do you
You don't
also
know that.
say GIF?
I do.
Do you say
from New Jersey,
review?
You need to be voted
Do
off.
you
the
say
island.
review? I don't think I've ever heard you say review.
The creator of the GIF says
Review?
it's
Yeah.
GIF.
He's
say
fucking
Riv-
wrong.
Riv
The
is
artist is
wrong.
not present.
Do not say review. Now you're just being a contrarian.
I do say review.
No, you don't. You just
do.
started saying that right now.
Remote
saying.
or remote?
You say remote location.
I say
Please
remote
pass
on
me
that
the
one.
remote
Pass me
control.
the remote control, but I will say a remote location.
I think we've ran out of toys.
We did run out of toys. Out of these, I want to see Bombshell pretty badly.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited about
Oh,
Braun.
yeah.
Is that the last of the bugs
That's the last of the
Yeah.
3 bugs, not
in the
Do we know
same
what
line?
The,
or
ori-
one?
the regular Insecticons. They still need
Yeah.
deluxe Insecticons, but
Yeah, good luck on that. Might get some
Do
repaints.
we know what mold Strong
Yeah.
Arm is going to use?
Oh, we got one.
her own mold, it seems.
Probably, yeah.
Hound
Nobody
repaint.
who already came out was a pre-mold for her, huh?
Hound repaint.
But there's already a Hound
Silverbolt.
in that
She's just
wave.
Silverbolt.
Yeah,
I don't
here's
think they
another
do
one.
it twice.
She's a remold.
I would not
I
put
would
it
think
past
was
them.
Hound if Detritus wasn't in the same wave.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a big enough remold, then you never know. I mean, it could be a Skids remold. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was playing with some toy recently where I went, this kind of feels like Strong Arm, and I can't remember what toy it was
Well,
now.
It's like a personal problem.
Right? None of us can help you with that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
think not much help
I'll
here.
go look at the wiki.
So like just to think about that, who has not gotten a remold yet? Like, Crosshairs hasn't gotten one. Hot Shot hasn't gotten one. So those molds are due for some repaints or
Which
remolds.
crosshairs?
Hotshot needs to come out as that canceled smoke screen.
Yes.
That's what they need to do
sir.
with it.
You talking about the Studio Series crosshairs?
No, that's the Point Blank.
Oh, he's gonna be
oh,
drift.
yeah.
Warpath hasn't gotten one. Kingdom. I want Shreds.
Tread Shot.
What the hell is
Sure.
Axle Grease again? Let me see this thing.
Axel Grease is a junkyard.
yes. Right.
She's the female Decepticon junkyard.
It made me
Who's
feel
Crash
good
Bar?
as we were talking through these. Like,
Crash Bar's
you know,
motorcycle.
I don't buy much Hasbro stuff, So like I'm always worried that like my tastes have just strayed too far. But like the worst stuff when I looked at this,
fancy taste now.
Apparently, but like I was just like, man, that Shockwave 2-pack looks like trash, and that Rhinox looks like trash. Like by far, from everything else looked terrible.
The worst.
And it was just like, oh, okay, I'm still in the lane. Like everybody was like, shut up, Rob. Those are awesome. What is wrong with you? It's like, no. I was like, okay.
If the movie guy's telling you the movie toy sucks, it sucks.
It is interesting with the Amazon exclusives that I've got 3 of the 4 revealed today from MMC, and they're like the newest one is 3 years old, and it's way, way better than what these are.
Well, I mean, it's also much more expensive.
Yeah, it is, but still,
For now.
It's just yeah.
Right.
I still want MMC to give me Representative Wing Thing.
Oh, so you like that, but you don't like Center Wrap?
I have Big Ten Robot Wing Thing.
I only want it because it's ridiculous and orange. That's what I want. If Hasbro wants to do it, that's fine. If MMC wants to do it, that's fine. Just give it to me. I think it's ridiculous.
I had the Big Ten until someone offered me $100 for it. I gladly took the $100.
Still sitting on some of those, Nick?
God damn.
You start putting them up one at a time.
I got 2 left.
Those cassette guys are crazy, man. Cassettes and cassette guys and Minicon guys.
I forget what her name was, but she wasn't Wing Thing. Scorpiolator was the first one. What was the orange one?
Sting
Sting Thing.
That one was awesome.
Here we go. Anna says she thought that Rhinox looked really good. So there you go.
There we go.
There's our contrary.
No, that's a very Anna toy.
Very Anna toy.
Yeah.
It did look terrible.
I if the rest of us say it looks like trash, and Anna will be like, I want
it. Anna, I'm in your camp on this one. I thought it looked pretty good.
I mean, it definitely looked like a Sir Toys exclusive. Rest in peace.
Oh, Rob, why do you have to bring up Sir Toys?
I know, you brought it up, Peter brought it up in our group, and you guys were like, oh, this is a new thing. Bro, it's been like a month. You reopened the wound for Anna.
If anyone knows a good shop on AliExpress or something like that for knockoffs, let Anna know.
Just go to a flea market.
They are not Sir Toys, let me tell you.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, Sir Toys had all the stuff that I can't even find on AliExpress. There's stuff I never knew even existed.
The site baffled me, in a good way. Right? It's not like you go to Big Lots and see those things everywhere. It's just who's producing all this crap?
Yeah,
there's so much of it.
Yeah, it's I remember the last time I went on the site, they had oversized rainbow colors of the Real Gear robots from 2007. It's who's still making those things?
Where are they chucking this crap out into some street vendor or something?
It's gotta be. I mean, they've gotta be getting them from street vendors or maybe old stock or something. It's just weird.
And there's awesome. So much of it constantly.
It was.
Serge, what was the combiner we were texting about yesterday? That's the Bandai 2-pack combiners where it was banana juice and what was the other thing?
Are you talking about Unitroborn?
Is that
banana
the one where
juice?
it's the Christmas tree and the something else combined to make a dinosaur?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was a box of bananas and an alligator, maybe. Yeah.
That's one of the new ones.
I gotta look this up again.
That is an Anna toy, 1,000%, 1,000%.
Oh yeah,
guess who bought the Unitroborn and who didn't? I bought them. Anna did.
Yes, it's a banana juice and alligator that combine to make a robot.
It's really
a juice box, a banana juice box.
Banana juice is my porn name.
I don't even know you could juice a banana.
Okay, so knowing all of you guys,
your mom knows.
None of you will like the Unitroborn toys. I bought the whole first wave because I was like, oh, they're just bigger bots that do combining things. They're not. They're
surprised.
Really
I'm surprised Anna didn't buy those. That's a very Anna thing.
Well,
Everybody's
no,
got a-
she did buy a couple. I think she bought.
There you go. There you
I
go.
think she bought.
She said she likes them.
Yeah, see, and you hated them, so
I didn't hate them. They're just not very good. On the whole, the bulldozer burger one was pretty good. The shark vending machine was pretty good. The rest are like,
You just need to send them off in a box to Anna.
I probably should. Unitroborn, yay.
So
They're apparently
Robert,
related to Machine Robo.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So instead of like pumping out the last Machine Robo toys, they're gonna produce these instead, huh?
They're like Machine Robo : Unitroborn.
I still have no idea what word you're saying. Unitroborn?
That's what they're called, man.
No, I'm mouthing the words, but I do not understand what letters are associated.
Unitroborn. Unitroborn. It's like they're like unit robot but born. I don't know why.
Okay.
Unitroborn.
Oh, those things. Got it. They look silly, but they like even the promotional images look like Big Lots.
Oh, now I have to see.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty big.
Like they're all over Big Bad. You know, like they're not hard to find or anything.
Don't buy them from Big Bad. They're too expensive there.
Well, they're sold out anyways, but
womp womp.
Oh my God, they're terrible. I kind of love them.
Right, they're terrible and silly and wacky. Like, and there's a commercial with the thing that the mascot that sings and makes the things.
Ambulance cake?
Like,
He's an ambulance and a cake?
Yeah.
This is great.
it makes sense if you don't think about it.
There's the elephant pancakes one.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's pancake dump truck. It turns into an elephant. That's what it is.
I see it. Holy mackerel.
You want that one, Nick? I'll send it to you.
Oh my God. No. I don't need to go down another rabbit hole.
High-speed train cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Are these
names are
These guys are worth it
Robo?
just for the names.
Are these the Machine Robo equivalent of BotBots?
I think so.
I think
yeah.
BotBots are better.
Ooh, good.
They are.
Definitely better.
Unless you're talking about the latest wave, in which case they're not.
What's wrong with the
Little
latest
steam
wave?
train.
Are they just all repaints?
Wait, are
Goodness.
you saying that they mailed in that last wave, Christian?
Yeah, they really did.
So what's wrong with the wave?
Low production quality.
Like, are they new molds
Alright.
and stuff? They're just
Some of them are. All the new molds are bad.
okay.
Really? I didn't open
Although-
mine yet.
like
The older
bad
molds
as
are
in
still pretty good.
not fun, or like they just fall apart, or both.
Not fun, and they're almost impossible to transform because they're molded incorrectly for the
Oh,
material.
wow.
They didn't. They didn't.
That's like
take
your
in
one
BotBot
job.
material because they're like made of that PVC instead of PLA.
Yeah.
And they didn't take that into account when designing them. So they're all design flaws. And then
Ooh.
they're a different design aesthetic. Like all the ones that are animals are not good. Just bleh,
Is this the final wave?
presumably.
I'm sure.
They don't fit into our marketing strategy at this time.
Hmm.
I mean, every toy line ends, you know. But like, let's be real. Like they got a longer run than a lot of other lines. It lasted longer than Beast Wars, you know, and animated.
Kinda.
Because the first toys came out in 2019. If these just came out,
Last year at this point, right? Oh, we lost Christian.
Christian's like, nope, I'm sorry, I'm done.
It's
Too
too much for
depressed.
him. He's too sad.
okay, it was 2022. Okay, y'all said last wave. I thought it was more recent than that. My bad.
Yeah.
So it lasted the same as Beast Wars, animated.
I mean, in
Beast
terms
Wars
of
only-
number of toys,
No,
they
Beast
got a
Wars
lot
was
more
95.
figures.
It was 3 seasons, so I figured it was like
Oh,
3
okay.
years. Yeah, I mean,
Well-
Beast Machine's continuation, but they still soft reboot, whatever.
And
Is
like
it-
you had Fox Kids repaints all through 2000. So I think you get technically 5 years of Beast Wars toys.
You're blurring some lines here. I thought I got yelled at for pushing stuff together. Okay,
The
So-
2-pack, the Primal Megatron Bat Gator 2-pack came out in 95, didn't it? Or am I misremembering?
I don't know. I just think of things as seasons of cartoons, so it's like about 3 years.
Yeah, 3 seasons, but
So, of all the reveals that happened today, Rob, are you going to buy any of this stuff?
I did order the 2-pack on Amazon that's mispriced, just since it's mispriced, and if I change my mind, it doesn't hurt me any. Like, I don't mind having the Rat Bat. I don't need the Minor Megatron because I have the MMC one, which is like a billion times better.
Right.
Super cool. And has a bunch of interchangeable parts and blah, blah, blah. But I don't have a Senator Rat Bat, so that might be neat. And I don't have that mold. That might be neat. I don't need the Megatron, but again. So that if I keep that pre-order, that would be it. The Bludgeon, if the Bludgeon, once we see that, I may buy that as well, just because I like Bludgeon and Bludgeon repaints generally, even the bad ones. So we'll see.
Especially the bad ones.
Nick,
what if we find that Tarn mold is incredible?
Everything but the RoboSen and the gaming chairs.
No gaming chairs?
No.
All right.
It's over my $500, threshold, so that's out.
Are you buying it all, Lucas?
Not the movie stuff. I'm still not so sure on the Orion Pax and, Senator Shockwave. I pre-ordered it, but I may cancel just, depending.
Yeah. So all the legacy stuff you'll get?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I've been kind of like more picky lately on stuff, but who knows? But maybe I'll pick it all up at the Pulse sale in
maybe you'll rent it for a year
in the fall. So I don't really sell that much of that kind of stuff just because it's like a pain in the neck to sell. Like third party, it's easy to sell, right? Because it's like $100 or whatever it is, and you can sell it online easily and whatever. But selling stuff for $10 a pop or $20 a pop is tough.
And that's why you got to sell to a dealer, and you just give them a box of crap.
Yep. If only I knew someone like that.
Well, it's probably not worth it to mail a bunch of retail figures, but it might be if they're in good condition.
Yeah,
and yours would. So, I assume, Christian, you just buy everything, right? Still, or
no? I've never bought everything.
Not everything, but I figured like most of the mainline stuff you picked up, at least for a little bit.
It has worked out that way recently, but like Lucas, I'm getting more picky. But out of this lot, I don't see anyone I wouldn't get. Like I won't get that Rhinox. I don't need the Core B. I don't need the Core Snarl, but everybody else, I think I'm okay. Provided Trash Master looks nice. I mean, I guess he'd be the only one. That's a question.
I mean, come on, you got to buy a trash track.
Probably.
Not if it's not a Transformer. It's that stupid pull apart crap.
I am only good for one thing: garbage.
Garbage.
But
so what about you,
the
Chicagoans?
Pull-apart toys do transform. You don't have to. They're not. They do parts form, but you can transform them without disassembling them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'd rather write stuff off and not have to think about it. Being honest. So what about you Chicagoans? Y'all buying it all? I figured you're pretty picky these days, Phil.
I'm on board for
just
most
movie
of the
stuff?
non-Baver stuff.
Sergi only buying the Baver stuff?
Just the Studio Series. I mean, anything labeled the Studio Series I've been buying. I have all of it, so might as well keep going.
So Phil's buying one half, Serge is buying the other.
Pretty much.
Balances out Chicago.
So you buy all the Studio Series 86 and stuff too?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff is like, I don't buy it if I don't have attachment to it. But ironically enough, the 86 movie, I think the 20th anniversary VHS, was it the 20th anniversary? Was it an 04?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, so I bought that at Walmart. So I watched the 86 movie when I was a kid.
I don't think you watched the VHS in 2004.
Yeah, there's VHSs around in 2004.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
if you
wait
had
a
a
second.
DVD player in 2004, you were balling, or you had a PS2. But the 20th anniversary release was VHS only. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was a DVD release.
The
But the
2001 release was VHS only, I think.
I had the one that was it FHE? Was it?
Yeah, that was 2001.
There we go. So I had that one then.
Yeah, because let's pause for a second, Sergio. You're not sure what year the 20th anniversary release came out of Transformers the movie 1986.
I think
The
he wasn't sure that it was the
studio-
20th anniversary release.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't
Like-
sure if it was the 20th anniversary release. I knew it was around the early 2000s.
How can you have a 20th anniversary when we haven't even gotten the first animated movie yet? Coming out
Right.
soon.
For the first time ever.
I don't know what you were
Oh my
watching.
God, why?
That was funny.
Just be happy it's coming.
So I mentioned book club this week is Fight Super Robot Lifeform Transformers the Battle Stars. Then Fight Super Robot Lifeform Transformers Operation Combination story pages.
Ooh.
So there you go. That's Sunday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on the TF Talk Discord.
I love that it's just like a mistranslation. Just like, oh, what do we call books? I don't know, story pages?
No, just go with it.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Looks like had Paul made an appearance earlier. Anna made an appearance. Catherine made an appearance here. So, and Zaldron and Ron as well. So, thank you guys. And I guess we'll see everybody next week.
Bye-bye.